to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNtalkradio.com. Yes, indeed you are. You're listening to Paul Francis here live on UPRN, that's United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the very beautiful city of New Orleans. Good evening and welcome to this amazing Thursday. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are. It is my beautiful wife's birthday today, but you know what? The show must go on. The show must go on. We got to do it. We got to be live and loud and proud. That's what it's all about. So here we go. As you know, Thursday night is Spirit Quest. So the journey of life. That's what it's all about. Who we got? Emma. Emma's joined us. Sue's joined us. Welcome, both of you. How good to see you both here. I do hope you're well. Sue, those videos that you sent me. Wow. That's all I can say. Definitely spirit energy in there. Maybe we should dedicate tonight's show all about that. So have you managed to capture anything on your phone, or specifically on specific cameras to spirit? Have you managed to capture anything, photographs, video footage, sound? Talk to me about it. Tell me all about it. Lynn has joined us. Hi all, can you share the show? She's straight into business. Not a hello to everybody. Dawn, happy birthday, Johanna. I will pass that on. She is in the living room with my family, and they've all excused me. They've said, no, go and do your thing. So they've all excused me from the birthday duties, but you know what? Been a good day so far, so we'll just keep it going. How's everybody today? Come and talk to me. Helen Mansell, welcome to you. Trudy's just joined us. Usually too busy in the moment to think about cameras. No, you're not, madam. I've been on paranormal investigations with you, and that's something we do. No, you are usually walking about with your little camera in your hand. Usually she ponders off on her own, and we're like, where's Trudy gone? Trudy, and then you've got to get on the walkie-talkie. Trudy, where are you? Oh, I'm in such and such. Are you okay? Yeah. Get your butt back here. Anyway, that's saying the living room. Do we have a dead room? Yes, you do. It's called a morgue. Anyway, I'm so glad I sent them to you. I needed confirmation that they were orbs. You think it's your father? Well, the feeling I wasn't getting was, I've got the feeling that was your dad, but I got the feeling of about two other energies there as well. I think a sister connected to your mom. I was a female energy when I was looking at them, and I basically switched everything, off, and I was just looking at the videos. I got this impression of a lady being with her, alongside of her. So it felt to me like a sister energy. It felt to me like, can't wait to see you again, kind of feel like, like a long lost sister feeling, rather than a mom or dad. Definitely dad would be there, obviously. Your dad, that is, her husband. But I got this feeling of this lovely lady to her side, which means to me sister, cousin, sister-in-law, that kind of thing. But she's definitely around her, and so happy. So very, very happy. So Dawn saying hi to everybody. That's good. Faye is in the house. Hi, Faye. And Roger, hopefully we'll be bringing Roger and Faye on in a little bit. And so come on, talk to me about what footage, what particular photographs you might have actually had. You do know we have a paranormal page as well, so get your pictures up on there. Sue says yes, it's to be her sister. So, well, there's definitely your sister would be around her a lot, actually. It feels to me, I don't know if the sister was older, but it feels like she wants to, help her, look after her, kind of show her the ropes, kind of feel about of all of this, if you know what I mean. In a nice way, by the way. Not in a preparation way, in a nice way. Just sort of help her. And she may well be making, the way she was chatting away there. No reason why she wouldn't be chatting with her friends and family. Her sister had dementia the same as her. Then that's the reason that I would say. So Sue has just said, everybody, I'm again, I'm feeling like I'm talking to myself here, but I'm not. I'm talking to all you guys. So Sue has just said that her sister had dementia as well as her. So the reason your sister would come through is if mom was worried about the dementia, and mom was worried about her illness, and would it carry on to the next life? And the answer, of course, is no, because her sister's straight in there going, "Hey, everything's good." And here's why I'm going to say to you, Sue, that your mother, it's not the dementia that she was chatting, is her speak is too lucid. It's too on point for it to be dementia. Do you follow me? Because dementia, they kind of will be on one subject and they'll scoot to another subject and it won't make sense. Where she's very lucid. She's very, oh yeah, don't forget to say this and da 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 da, and she's having conversation. So to me, it felt like she's having a connection, which is really, really great because it makes her feel better. But nonetheless, very, very good footage. And one of the orbs, which you can tell the difference between orbs, right? A lot of people dismiss orbs, and that's okay because a fair percentage of orbs tends to be dust, and the camera lens focuses in on the light reflecting off the dust and gives off the concept of an orb, which is okay. That's all right. But here's how you tell the difference between an orb, a real orb, an energy orb, and dust. Is dust will travel in the direction until it's affected. So as it's moving, say for example, from one end of the living room to the other, it won't change direction until it's affected by another concept such as wind, air, airwaves, doors opening, people, and there was nobody else there. But this orb was changing direction very, specifically, and it was changing direction in such a way that its energy stayed the same. That's how I know it's an orb, an energy of a spirit. It was really, really good. So Sue's also saying, so my mom's sister and her were very, very close, and that would make sense for her to be with my mom. Well, there you go, my angel. I do hope that helps. I want you to. Do you know what? I'm going to say this, but I know how stupid this sounds. All right, but I'm going to say it anyway. I want you to try and relax and kind of let mom just be. She's going to be fine, but while I was about to say that to you, I kind of run that through my own head, thinking, would I be relaxed? And the answer probably was, well, the only thing that I have to sort of gauge that against was the experiences I went through with my mom initially and then my father, and I wasn't relaxed on either of them. So that's why I said, what a stupid thing to say. But I'm going to say it nonetheless. Just, you know, she is surrounded by her family, both metaphysical, i.e., spirit, and your good selves. She's in a good place, so don't worry. Don't worry. And she's really fit for her age. So you've got those genes, young lady. You're going to be hanging around for a while yet. Lynn says you had a golden orbs of confirmation from Archie. That's actually true. When my little pal Archie passed away, 2 days later, I had this amazing golden orb. Now it's full on, beautiful, monster golden orb that came into my living room, straight up my living room and out the door. And the thing about it is, now the difference how I could tell that was an energy orb and not dust is it came to me towards the air source. So I had the door of the living room open, so therefore the air would come through the door and push anything towards the back of the wall, back of the living room. But it didn't. It came against the wind and then out the door. So it was that was definitely my little pal coming to say hi. I totally and utterly put 100% on that one. I have no second thoughts about that. Michelle Khan says, what kind of readings do you do, please? Do you do playing cards? No, thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this. Sending love and peace and happiness. That's very kind of you to say, Michelle. No, I don't do. I do. Well, I'm a psychic medium, so I do reads connected to energy. I don't use playing cards. I think you're thinking of tarot. No, I use angelic cards. So cartomancy is fortune telling or divination using the deck of cards. No, I don't actually agree with fortune telling at all. I don't believe in it in any way, shape, or form, Michelle. I believe that people have an ability to plant a seed in somebody else's mind, and because that seed is believed, they'll go and make it happen. So I don't believe in fortune telling at all. Now that being said, I'm just trying to think of what part of this can I share. Okay, I did a reading the other day where I was in the process of the reading. I came out with a specific line. I said something specific in the reading that I'm just in the reading. I kind of put my own mental capacity out of the way. I take my own logic and set it to one side, and I just let the information flow. So in that reading, I said XYZ, and I I had no idea what it meant, but the person who was receiving the reading knew exactly what it meant. Well, no, actually, that's not true. The person receiving the reading thought it was something else as well, but within an hour, hour to 2 hours of me having that reading with that person, another person lost their life that connected directly to that data. So whether or not that was a heads up, and I believe on heads ups, I believe that the reason why I don't believe in fortune telling is we have a big thing called freedom of choice, free will. So our free will change our direction every single moment of every single day. So that's why I don't believe in that at all. Not to say, no, you won't be able to change my mind on that, I'm afraid. I believe in a thing or a concept called heads up. Okay, another 9 times out of 10 when I'm doing sessions where I come through with a heads up, it usually means that the person and spirit are both aware of something that's impending throughout the year ahead. On very, very, very rare occasions, I have had okay, the other word is premonitions, but those premonitions are rare, and on few occasions they've actually saved people's lives, which I'm very, very, very happy about. But people come to me and say, "Oh my God, you're amazing! You did this premonition," and I keep saying to them, "No, no, 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 you don't understand. It's not me. All I did was deliver the information they are giving to me to you. Okay, so they saved that person's life. I just delivered the information, and it happened to hit the right spot. So it is a hard thing to explain to people from time to time. Premonitions I'm okay with. Fortune telling, not at all, not remotely. Roger's joined us, my old pal Roger, and who's going to be on the show very shortly. The law of attraction, Michelle, 100%, absolutely 100%. You cannot waver me off of that one. What you give off as energy, you attract as energy. So, and oddly enough, I was writing that in my book the other day. I've got another book coming out later this year, and I was talking about the law of attraction and how energy affects energy, and how we affect energy ourselves. So, and I took a wee insert of that particular piece in the book and put it on Facebook actually the other day. I just want a quick question coming from me, and this is coming from me to you guys. The inserts that or excerpts, whatever you want to call it, of the books that I'm writing. Do you guys enjoy that, or do you prefer I didn't do that? Would you prefer to wait until the book? Because I only take little snippets of particular parts of the book and I whack it up. It's a kind of like the when they do like movie trailers, and that's the idea. So movie trailers, some little excerpts out of the book. Do you guys like that, or would you prefer I didn't do that? That's and, I was been thinking about that the other day. It's not me second guessing myself. I just wondered, oh, maybe people don't like this. Maybe they don't want these excerpts. Maybe they want to wait to read the book in its entirety. This book's going to be bigger than all the other books I put together. Um, this one's actually going to be quite big. So, righty, let's see who's come and join us. Vanessa, my darling, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Okay, who else has come in? I said hi to Roger, obviously. Dawn's HM Bob. The Waltons, Dawn. I know that one. The Waltons. Oh my gosh. So surely we have freedom of choice to read them or not. Okay, Miss. She's such a smarty, isn't she? She's just a smarty. That's not what I asked. I asked, do you like the idea? You're going to read them. Because your eyes go down to them and then you read them. So my point and question is, do you like the idea that I'm sending inserts or excerpts of my book in advance, or would you prefer it didn't happen like that? That it would be left for people to read in its entirety. So give me your feedback. Listen, your feedback is warranted. I totally am on board with whatever it is. If you don't like the idea, I'm on board with that. If you do like the idea, I'm on board with that. I just was wondering whether or not people enjoyed it or whether or not they didn't, so I'm interested. I enjoy seeing what's coming up in your books. It piques my interest, says Faye. Thank you, Faye, for that, my love. That's very, very kind of you to say. Yeah, it's kind of like the idea that the reason I started putting little bits up was I got the idea like from watching trailers for movies, and I was thinking, well, you don't get to see the plot, you just get to see little sort of action bits of the movie, which hopefully piques your interest. But on a few occasions I've actually seen the movie trailers which happen to be better than the movie, so that's what I was thinking. I wonder, is this a good idea or not really? So nonetheless, I thought I'd share that with you guys tonight. So back to what I was talking about when we first come on the show tonight is, have you managed to capture anything that was really phenomenal in relation to paranormal? So, did you capture footage? Have you captured amazing orbs? Have you captured pictures of I really don't like the word shadow people, but you understand what I mean. Shadow people, whatever it is, have you managed to capture concepts like that? Come on, tell me. When are you going to put Oh, Trudy Rudy. You're so rudy. Trudy says, when are you going to put your finger out and get on with your audiobook? Okay, I'll tell you when I'm going to do that. I've actually started doing it. Okay, little smart Alec. I've started doing it. And when I listened to the first 10 minutes, I scrapped it. Okay, because I felt, I'm not doing this right. So I'm going to do that again. Vanessa says, no, I don't think anyone. Don't be silly, Vanessa. You are absolutely surrounded by energy. You're absolutely surrounded by your friends and family who've crossed into the other side of life. Yes, they are around you. And your animal pals that have crossed over as well. So it's when you start to get that little, what I refer to it as the spidey sense. Okay, that feeling that you're being watched, that feeling that something's around you or someone's around you. Switch off the lights, switch on your cell phone, mobile phone, put it on to video and turn the light on the phone on, not off, on. Okay. And then just sit quietly or even say to them, listen, and I can feel that you're here, please let me know you're around. And talk to them like I would talk, like you would talk to me, to anyone else. Just speak to them like they're there, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you'll get a response. Helen says, and I'll bring it up on the screen because she's put a lot of writing in there. Helen, I have a photo of my partner and I standing together, and what looks like a pink orb circled by my side, and the pink light is coming from it up under the bottom of my jacket. I couldn't be sure if this was an orb, but it is interesting. Right. Well, I'm very, very honest. If you send me the pictures to look at, I will give you an absolute, total, and honest reply. Sometimes that reply isn't what people want to hear, but I'll give them an honest truth. And if it's what's called camera lens or lens flare, I'll explain how that works and how lens flare can look like orbs and how to detect what a lens flare is against a real capture of an orb, and also the difference between a real orb and dirt, grit, dust in the air. So Faye says, I haven't managed to capture anything on video as yet. Well, hey, there's going to be one day you're going to be there, you're going to have your camera, and you're going to get an amazing piece of footage. That's how it works. This is why I get a wee bit despondent with the the shows that you see on TV. I get a wee bit slightly despondent because they go in there and all of a sudden within minutes of them being there, they're getting activity and this is happening, that's happening, and that's not how it happens. You can be in there for hours sometimes and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden it'll happen. And there is on other occasions when you walk in the door, boom, off it goes. It'll just start going. But it's not like that every single investigation, so it's just not as they portray it on these paranormal investigation shows, and I really, really wish they would just stick to honesty. Okay, there's one of these idiots who calls himself an ordained exorcist. You know what, the show should be done just for that alone. Because there's no such thing as an ordained exorcist. You have to be a priest to become an ordained exorcist. And this guy says, oh yeah, I'm an ordained exorcist. Yeah, right, whatever. Lynn says, I love them. I can't wait to buy and read your book. These excerpts are very enticing. Thank you very much for that, Lynn. Gracie Miller says, hey, from down under. G'day, Gracie. Oh, I'm sorry for doing that. I'm sure all the Australian people really get so hacked off when people get, "Hey, mate, throwing out a shrimp on the barbie." And I've never actually met an Australian person who says throwing another shrimp on the barbie. Never. I've heard quite a few say "G'day, mate," and I like that. It's like everybody says "top of the morning." I've never met an Irish person say that to me ever. So I've never said top of the morning. I actually very often will just say "G'day, how are you?" So it's very often there's that little Australian thing that we've nicked. A lot of Irish will say that "G'day." Lovely to see you all, by the way. Thanks very much for being here. I do hope that you are sharing the show. Don't forget, if you, especially Trudy and Helen, why are you watching me on Facebook? Zip over to YouTube. Watch me on YouTube. And while you're in there, subscribe. Please subscribe to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the show. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. Then click the little bell icon, and that will tell you every time we release a new show. And then that way you don't have to keep, going back and forth. Oh, here we go. Trudy's gone because, and then that usually means we're a build up to something. Here we go. Here we go. Go. It's nice. We were having such beautiful weather here in Cornwall. I don't know what you guys have been getting around the world, but it just literally switched today. It went from beautiful, sunny, gorgeous weather where I was planning on cutting the lawns to downpours today. I'm actually I'm in both. You're in both what? Dare I ask? You're in both what? So if you've got any questions for tonight's show, then, and if you've got any particular topics you'd like to cover, don't forget, get in there, share the show. Put your questions forward. Put an idea of a topic you'd like to discuss, and because the idea of Spirit Quest is book face and tube you. I knew that was coming. I knew something was coming. Book face and tube you. Book tube and face you. If you've got anything particular you'd like to discuss today, then let's have a chat about that as well. One of my other favorite topics, of course, comes under the heading of paranormal, which is, of course, ufology, UFOs, or unidentified flying phenomena, UAP. What UFOs? Just keep it at UFOs. Everybody understands what that means. I don't know if this is premonition or not per se, but I am of the belief that something big is about to happen in that area of our lives. Something is going to happen pretty soon. So here we are at 9:30 in the UK, and I think it's about time for this.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNtalkradio.com.
Ha! You see, if you do it with some level of professionalism, it looks really good. So there we go. Yes, you are listening to me on UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live from the very beautiful city of New Orleans on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM. If you're listening to me today on New Orleans, I do hope you're having an amazing day. And please have a very, very safe day. Don't forget, if you get the moment, stop in, have a cup of coffee, and come and join us on YouTube. Faye says, hey, Paul, listen, we're having a beautiful weather today in Wisconsin. Finally, 72 degrees. It's sunny. Hey. Well, thank you for sharing that. While it's absolutely thrashing it down outside here, thank you for sharing that, Faye. Jojo Walsh says, hi, Paul. Hi, Jojo. How are you? Emma Lorimer says, if someone passes away, let's bring this up. If someone passes away in a house, will their spirit stay in that house? No, my darling. However, it's no and a yes. She's what? It's a no and a yes. Now let me explain why. You see, spirit energy is the part of you that continues. It's you can't destroy energy. It just changes form. Okay, so the soul, the spirit energy will continue. That energy has a journey that it has to continue on. Okay, so when it steps out of the person, i.e. when we pass away, it crosses over to the next life. So it's then the person is then met by their friends and family who already crossed over, and the journey continues. However, their essence, the energy they leave as a spiritual imprint on the property will remain. Okay, so if a person had a phenomenal life in a beautiful home, then their essence, their energy is imprinted on that property. Okay, so that's why I meant yes and no. The soul part of the energy will continue. It'll carry on with the next life and so on and so forth. But the essence and the energy that it's affected in that property will also remain. It's kind of like leaving, what's a good way of describing this? Fingerprint. Leaving a fingerprint on the property. So we know that fingerprint is of that particular person, but that energy remains. So their energy can affect your energy, Emma, can affect the property you're in right now. It is affecting the property you're in right now. It can affect the inside of your car. It can even affect your workplace, and it will be affecting. But equally, those places will affect you too. Okay, so it's a good point at this point of our show tonight that I should say to you that I can't give you exact date yet, so I must apologize profusely about that, but I will be doing a seminar on Meet Your Guides, of which this is a part of that particular seminar. Soul imprint, energy imprint. and how to work with your guides, how they imprint on you, and so on and so forth. So that's a really brilliant question, by the way, Emma. Thank you so very, very much. Too. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for a great question. So once again, just as a revamp, your energy as your soul will step outside the body, and it will continue on. Okay. However, whilst they were here, they will make an imprint on the energy of that particular property, and that's why you can pick up on both. It's a little bit like psychometry. Okay, when you pick and say, for example, a ring belonging to someone or a watch belonging to someone who's crossed over, or any other object, and you hold it in your hand, the energy imprinted on that particular item is an energy you can connect with. A bit like that. Great question, though, by the way. Thank you so much for that. Excellent question, by the way. Dawn Hatton says, I think aliens have always been here. They were here before us. Do you know what, Dawn? I'm off a very similar thought process. I agree with you. I have a sneaking suspicion. Now, this is going to go against maybe a lot of people who have a very religious basis on this particular subject. And I don't mean to upset anybody in any way, and shape, or form. However, I think beings from other worlds seeded this planet. Am I right or wrong? I don't know. There are many schools of thought, and I'm always open to learning. Always open to learning. So, but I do believe aliens have been here, and I do believe that beings from other planets have affected. Going back to Emma's questionnaire, I think beings of other worlds have affected and continue to affect this planet on a regular, very regular basis. In fact, they're at the moment, over the last sort of decade, they've been showing their strength to the idiots of this world who think it's a really good idea to build bombs, to build rockets and, intercontinental ballistic missiles and stuff like that. And there is footage of alien craft going over these silos and switching everything on and switching everything off, showing you going, we can turn this off at will. And there's other footage of an alien craft where an intercontinental ballistic missile was launched, and it was launched as a test flight, and in comes one of these craft like that, and fired some beams at it, and the craft just fell out of the sky. The missile just fell out of the sky. So they're just saying, listen, we can take this out anytime we want. So they're going kind of like that, but in a very gentle and quiet and very nice way. And I thank them for doing that from the bottom of my heart. If they can tell that the so-called superpowers of this world, you are not a superpower, trust me, that maybe we'll stop pumping money into stupidity and start getting on with sorting the world out. Jane Butterworth has joined us. Jane, good evening. Lovely to see you. Helen says, I've sent a picture to your messenger with what I thought may be an orb. I'll have a look at that after the show tonight. Helen, thank you for doing that. Jane Butterworth, hi, Jane. Emma says, thank you very much, Paul. Emma, you are very welcome. It was a great question. Thank you for sharing it. Sue says, I missed about 10 minutes. My internet went, oh, sorry, darling. Is that the weather we're getting? Because Sue is she's in Devon, but it's kind of North Cornwall. And she's obviously getting the weather that's been over the top of us. It's not too pleasant at all. Let's put it this way. It took out our neighbor's fence, and our neighbor's fence is 7 foot tall, and it's lying in the middle of the street. That's what kind of weather we've got. So Dawn, yes, I agree with you. I told anybody else, what's your point of view on that particular subject? So I'd like to give Roger and Faye a bit of a heads up. I'm going to bring you on in about 5 minutes time. So start flexing those muscles. Roger likes to get down and do a lot of push-ups before we get onto the show. So he looks buff, He's like, hey, man. I'm sorry. I'm in one of those giddy moods because it's Johanna's birthday today. So I'm in one of those kind of giddy moods. One question I was asked this in the middle of this week actually was, how does music affect us on a spiritual level? Oh my gosh, one of the biggest um, actual energy of biggest energies that will affect us in both physical and metaphysical ways is music. Oh my gosh. Oh, mind-bogglingly good. I actually use music and sound to clear. When I'm doing clearing, clearing, breaking down energy and clearing it, I'll use sound. Okay, one of my dear friends, Debbie, is a sound therapist, where she uses sound to heal the physical body, and it works. By the way, I might add. Once again, going back over to the other side of that particular fence is the so-called superpowers are trying to use sound as a weapon. Focus on health, focus on love, focus on getting the world back to scratch. I'm doing my bit this weekend, by the way. We're going to buy an electric car, and I'm being a bit of a petrol head. That's going to be a fish out of water thing for me. But I'm very much in favor of becoming carbon neutral, because I love our planet. I love the animals, and I love the people. I love the plants and all of that stuff that goes on in the world, and I'd like it to come back again. But Mother Nature, you talk about flexing your muscles. Mother Nature is way stronger than all of the human beings put together on this planet. Mother Nature is way stronger, and she has ways of just taking care of business. But I'd rather she took care of business gently and calmly. But if she has to flex her muscles, trust me, she can take us out anytime she wants. And it's time that we understood that. Face is hysterical. Helen says music is great for. Well, music is essential to meditation. I'm not. Is that true? Well, sound is essential to meditation, because sound um, um, lets our mind work in particular ways. So if you're like, one of the best ways, one of the ways that I go into a deep meditation really, really quickly is if I can hear, like a babbling brook, something like that. Boom. If I can hear a gentle ocean, I'm off. It's water with me. I'm a water baby. It's water. But energy from music, but specific tones and specific melodies. Oh, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Yeah, definitely. And of course, if you think about it, in pretty much every church, music is part of the service. Um, I mean, all the Christian churches, you have hymns singing, you have organ playing, you have various different sounds, bells. Look at that, bells, and some of these beautiful other, you hear them singing at specific at prayer times. Oh, I love that. That goes right through me. Helen goes, yeah, water and bird song. Yeah, I'm with you. So nature, she has Mother Nature. She has ways of letting us get to those particular levels of ascension. Love it, absolutely love it. Have you got a singing bowl? If you've got a singing bowl, let me know. Singing bowl is. I'm going to share something with you in a moment. If you've got a singing bowl, tell me. Music is brilliant. We have a heartbeat, after all. One of the signs that you were trained to understand is a heartbeat, because you are inside your mom for 9 months, and you hear, so you're used to that heartbeat sound, and that actually the heartbeat sound becomes comforting, because you were listening to it from the moment you were conceived to birth. It's amazing. Let's have a look at what our Trude is saying. Trudy says, you'll love my place then. I have a stream in my garden that I fall asleep to the sound of. God, you're sausage, you are. Well, actually, I know you live out in the country, but I can imagine that being beautiful. When I go away, when I'm on tour or whatever, and especially if the hotel has got like a water feature, like a fountain. Oh, I'll sleep like that. Water fountain, I'm out of it. Even the sound of wind will send me asleep. But Trudy, if you've got that beautiful sound of a stream in your garden and the sound of the countryside, oh, That would be absolutely, I'd be out of here. Dawn says, okay, your best intentions with your electric car won't stop those elite flying around in their private jets. That's not necessarily true, Mrs. Hatton. Not very. A lot of jets now have gone right down in their carbon output. I know this because I'm an aviator. But the carbon output has gone down dramatically. The engines have become a lot more proficient, so their output of carbon into the air is a lot less now than it used to be in the past. But the biggest output of carbon into the air are ships. Ships that go in the ocean, they're just still pumping plumes of black glump into the air. So ships are actually at the highest level of pumping stuff into the air, but they too are starting to change. They're trying to work out to see if they can get ships to go on number one, nuclear power, which would make zero carbons, and number two, electricity. So, but they're also working in the field of electric aeroplanes. So we're all heading down that route. It's just steps, Dawn, but at least we're making steps, so that's a good thing. Joe says, yes, I have a singing bowl. My favorite place is the sea and waves. Yes, totally with you on that one, Helen. Roger says, gospel music for me. I love gospel music. Love it. Do you know what I love? And please don't shout and scream down the whatever to me. But I know there's a war at the minute between Russia and the Ukraine. However, have you ever heard the Russian choirs singing? Oh my God, their music is just heavenly. When they're singing and you got the Russian choir all doing their bit, it's wow. Hairs on the back of your neck stand up. I love all that. Faye says, I love water features. Love listening to the sound of babbling brooks and waves lapping on the beaches. Yes, totally. It's that kind of those kind of memories that trigger where we go on that. So I'm just going to get ready to send Roger and Faye a come and see us kind of a thing. So give me a moment, Terry. Once again, by the way, if you've got any questions or if you've got a topic you'd like to discuss, let's bang it in there. I mean, as I say, tonight's topic is fantastic. It's based on energy, so we're looking at the orbs kind of concept. We're also looking at the how the waves and how water affects us. That's an energy in itself. Water is another substance that can't be destroyed. It can rechange form. It's amazing. Not your babbling husband? Well, she listens to your music. She listens to your music. I listen to your music. Now, before I bring Roger and Faye on, I'm just going to share with you a little thing that I do with the singing bowl. Now, as you know, you use the little, I don't know what you want to use it called, a little stick thing, and you put it around the outside of the bowl, and it creates that vibrating note or notes. And so the energy coming off the bowl is both energy frequency and physical energy coming from the metal and the wooden little bar thing. Actually, I don't even know what the name of that is. So you have that. However, when you're going to do a clearance in your home again, right? Take the bowl and strike the bowl like boom, like that. Right. Here's what you listen for. Before you do the clearing, as you go boom, if there's a lot of energy in the room that needs clearing, the actual tone or the bell sound or the vibration will actually die off quite quickly. It'll go boom, like that. It'll die off quite quickly. Then once you've done the clearing and you've used the sound and the energy, the next time you hit it, boom, it'll ring out a lot longer. Look at that as a way of gauging how well you're doing in the breaking down of your energy. I use that as a regular basis, and it works. Trust me, it actually works. Give it a shot. What have you got to lose? Nothing. Righty. So when I got up today, I listened to Life is a Highway. Good, good. That's interesting, says Helen. See, I empower you guys with all these little tidbits to help you out. So you get the bowl, and then before you test I always test the room, and I go boom. Again, it'll go boom. But before I bring it down, it'll go boom, really quiet. And then I do the breaking down of the energy. I'll use the incense or white sage. I'll use prayer, meditation, clearing, sound. And then after I've done all that, and when you go boom again, you'll be amazed at how much it rings out a lot longer, because the dense vibrational energy that's in there, or negative energy, whatever you like to call it, has dissipated, and it'll give you good indication if you need to do another breakdown. Because people think you walk in there once and you do a clearing and you're done. Hey, tickety boo. It's not like taking down cobwebs. You might have to do it 2, 3, maybe 4 times, maybe even more. Okay, if you're a regular clear, if you clear your property regularly, you probably have to do it less. But when I was doing a lot of readings in my office, I would do a clearance every single day. So, because the energy can be left behind. But I also did a lot of music, which helped break down the energy too. So, whilst I play this little jingle, I'm going to go and invite our dear pals, Roger and Faye.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com.
Now, just while you guys were listening and to those little jingles, I was having a look at what Roger and Trudy had posted. Trudy obviously having a wee giggle there. I leave the cobwebs and name the spiders. Trudy, we need to talk. Roger says a lot of the bowls are in the key of A, which is 440 megahertz. Interesting. I'd love to. I'm going to challenge. I'm not going to challenge you. I'm going to see. I'll get the. I've got 2 or 3 of these bowls, and that'd be interesting. That's so interesting. I like that. It doesn't have to where it is on the scale is none, but if it's in the key of A, but it can be like base A or top end A. It's interesting though. That's so interesting. I'm really into that. I'm going to have a look at that. Let's have a wee look at what Helen has said. Helen has said, I did a clearing in my partner's house for the first time recently, twice over, but it needs more. I haven't a singing bowl, but would love one as I respond to singing bowl vibrations. And that combined with Reiki. Yeah, that would work. Combined with Reiki energy definitely would work. My advice, though, Helen, is go to I don't like people naming different things, but like a new age shop or that kind of thing. Why do they call it new age shops? Why? Because it's not. We're using technologies that were available to us years and years and years back. So it's not really new age, is it? Anyway, I digress because I'm Irish and that's what we do. But I've just sent a message out there to Faye to come and join the show along with Roger. So, but Helen, if you can get to a new age shop, so to speak, try out different bowls, because you will be more. You'll have a more of an infinity to a particular frequency, and you'll feel. You'll know as soon as you ding the bell or you do the little thing. You'll feel Oh, yeah, that's it. You'll know. Okay, there's different frequencies. It's like crystals. People used to go in to me and say, "Oh, which crystal should I have?" And they would look at me like my head was screwed on back to front when I used to say to them, "No, you don't choose the crystal; it chooses you." And people would go, "What?" It jumps up and goes, "Hi." Well, actually, kinda, because when you put your hand in there, our ego, so to speak, wants to choose the prettiest one because we want to have one that looks really cool. But sometimes it's the most ugliest looking one that looks like it fell through every rock and bounced off every tree and was run over 4 times, which is the one that's got a lot of power. But it will call to you. And so when you're choosing a crystal, go with your energy, not with your eyesight. Um, so Helen says, thanks for the advice. Yes, I love crystals and they choose me. That's very, very, very true. Jackie has just joined us. Hey, Jackie, welcome to the show. I went on a course for singing bowls. My energy level went so high. You can get a crystal singing bowl. And oh, yes, um, they will just absolutely just pull you up there and just keep you up. And you'll feel it yourself. It's like almost having a sound bath. It's just absolutely mind boggling. Amazon sells singing bowls. Yes, they do. But like I say, it's probably a really good idea to go and try out different singing bowls before, because you could very much have an Amazon singing bowl and it might well be perfect, but it could also mean that you have a delivery of a bowl that's not really your cup of tea. Yeah, my advice is going with stuff like that. Go and see it hands on. That's my advice. Go to a lot of these mind, body, and spirit fairs. That they have loads and loads and loads of singing bowls at those mind, body, and spirit fairs, and you'll get much more of a feel. And that's the whole idea. You'll get more of a feel for it there. So I've just clicked on Faye, and I'm looking at there's Faye. Here she comes back. Yeah, she's just gonna come and join us now. Look, hello.
Hi. I I don't know what's up with Roger's.
It's technology and Roger. They just don't like each other.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to forward what you sent to me to him.
Okay.
Maybe that'll help him.
Need to bring your volume on your mic up a little bit, my darling.
Okay.
And at the same time, what I will do is I will go and bring the sound back a smidge too.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. That's better. So lovely to see you, by the way. You're looking very spiritual with your purple.
Thank you. I feel spiritual. I've been doing some of your meditations.
You have?
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
Oh my goodness. It's all the difference in the world. I just sent it to him. I gotta go tell him. Can I go tell him?
Okay.
Hold
That's
on.
all right. Well, while you're doing that, I will tell everybody. I will tell everybody that don't forget that coming after tonight's show tonight, we'll have our dear friends Michelle and Amelia with their show Outer Realms, and there are not only will their show be on the Outer Realms, but of course we have a plethora of great new shows that have come onto the UPRN Talk Radio Network. Here he is. It's the big man himself. I hope you've done your push-ups.
Top of the day, mate.
Oh, here we go. Not only top of the day, but with an Australian accent. Well, I'm not too sure if that was Australian or just strained
I
accent.
had to get that out.
It was something.
Um,
How are you, my brother?
always good. Always good. You know,
Good.
just keep our minds focused. Oh, I like your Mary. What is that? Is that a rosary around your neck?
Yes.
Because I've got the Mary medal there.
Well, I got her under my shirt.
That sounds like a song, doesn't it? I got you under my shirt.
Leave it to you, Paul. Leave it to you.
Listen, I was talking to your beautiful wife. Tell me how Oh, that's beautiful, Roger. That is beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Tell me how it's kind of two reasons why I'm asking this particular question
Mm-hmm.
is I'm interested in how it's affecting you, but
Mm-hmm.
what we're discussing hopefully will help other people as well.
Yeah.
By the way, Sue is saying can't see the chat now, but we can see you, Sue. So you might want to check you want to come out of YouTube and then come back into it again, but we can see what you've put up in the chat room. Um, so working again. There we go. So Faye, you were doing the meditation. So how is it? Let's talk about it on a physical, then metaphysical
Okay.
way. How's it affecting you physically first?
It really, uh, I guess, grounds me. It settles me down. It, um, it, it puts me in touch with nothing but. Oh, it puts me in touch with your voice. Uh,
Oh,
I mean, I was able to pretty much immediately not, other distractions weren't I wasn't
oh,
being,
that's good. That's good.
and you know what was keeping me focused on just your words? If I felt like my mind was drifting,
Yeah.
I, my, my secret was I was on top of my horse, looking down at her neck and listening to the click of her hooves on the gravel road.
Right. Right. Right.
And that focused me back to just being, you know.
Yeah.
And while I was listening, can you hear me okay? Is my mic better now?
Yeah. No, it's good.
Okay.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Um, I was able to actually, what I was seeing, my first big meditation was the cleansing light, the light that makes you feel, uh,
Yeah.
brings you health and everything. I was, and I think that was my first meditation with you. It really came like you said.
Yeah.
You have,
It's amazing, isn't it?
but the secret is you really have to be comfortable. My comfortable chair
100%.
in the living room. It's a big square chair,
Yeah.
and it supports all of me. My feet are grounded on the floor. My posture is good. I'm not sleeping. I I just it is really helping me stay grounded every day. There's nothing that I can't handle. I've been going through a little bit of something in my family, and nothing. It didn't shake me. The things didn't shake me. The things that
Good.
were happening. You know, I did
That's
get a
so
little.
good.
I mean, it's fantastic. I don't know why I didn't do it long before this.
Well,
So
people
it's a good way.
people have a habit of there's a lot of people who will take the meditation, a lot of people won't. And it's the
Oh,
people who won't take the meditation are the ones who oddly enough, I know that this is going to sound slightly stupid, but there is a fear factor in there for them. Okay,
gosh,
they're frightened of
yeah.
discovering, or they're frightened of energies coming in, whatever. A lot of people will make up different excuses. I have you probably have heard me say it before. If you haven't, then I always say excuses, um, excusitis, the disease of making excuses.
Well, really,
But the
that's
thing about it
right.
is once people say to me, "Oh, I can't meditate," and I go, "Okay, what's your favorite book?"
Yeah.
So, and then people will come back to me, just for the sake of our chat tonight, and so everybody's listening. They'll come back to me with Harry Potter. I go, okay. So when you're reading in Harry Potter, what goes through your mind when you're reading the book? Oh, I can see the castle. I can see the broomsticks. I can see, and I go, you're meditating.
Mhm.
They go, no, no, no. And but I'm seeing it in my mind. Yeah, you're meditating. What meditation is bringing the conscious mind down,
Mhm.
okay, and bringing your focus into a narrow vein so that your mind is in one place, and that's meditation. And for the same concept, going over to Roger's point of view, and mine as well, of course, is when people are in the midst of a song and they're enjoying the lyrics and the melody, that's meditation.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a form of meditation. Getting lost in your favorite movie a form of meditation. Okay,
Yeah,
when you've forgotten about the outside world and you are lost in the movie, you're basically meditating.
it's a
So,
beautiful experience. It's there's nothing scary about it, really. It's a mind opening, and early it's prayer is meditation.
yep,
If you are
absolutely,
Christian
absolutely.
or any type of religion, actually, prayer is meditation, and I hope it does bring you away when you pray. It's
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah, that was my early on life prayer,
The
and I still
have
pray.
you tried the Rose Arch?
No.
The Rose Arch. So, daydream and truly saying is a form of meditation. Yes, it is. Right. It was what there's a meditation that I do which affects the chakras of the body.
Okay.
Okay. It's oddly enough, it's a really really good one for blokes, for men.
Oh.
Okay, because and I don't mean this. This is not a sexist remark in any way, shape, or form, but men tend to work outside the house and women tend to work inside the house. That's just old days of old, and that's the way we are. But if you're anything like for, I get great joy in working the gardens these days, whereas my parents used to love it. But anyway, you can easily imagine an archway that's made of roses. So you
Hmm.
imagine an archway, a beautiful big arch, and the initial archway, which goes in 10, 15, 20 feet, is all white roses. So
Hmm.
as you're walking through the white roses, you're starting to smell. Hi, Roger.
I'm saying hi to Trudy.
Oh.
Um, you start to smell the white roses, and then, of course, as you're moving in further, and I'm taking you on this meditation, you'll hear my voice and the music, etc. The roses start to taint slightly light pink, getting darker pink, darker, and then into a red. So, and then if you can imagine, we're starting to follow the white, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, white. So each way we're walking through the arches, but the mind can easily understand what an arch of roses looks like,
Hmm.
and the mind knows what a white rose would smell like, and the mind knows what a red rose will smell like and a yellow rose, but we have to tell it what a red rose or sorry, a an orange rose will smell like. We have to tell it what an indigo rose will smell like, because we'll say you're starting to smell like a violet smell now, or you're starting to smell like a citrusy smell now, and the mind goes, oh yeah, I know what that is, boom, and it puts it into place quickly. But whilst you're in there, the energy on the rose, that rose arch, is just mind boggling, and you'll come out the other side with your chakras
Is that
balanced.
is that in your moments
Yeah.
series? Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's I think it's also on my YouTube channel as
Okay.
well. It's
Okay.
a free meditation I put up there for everybody, but it's also a very more sort of focused version of it. Is going to be on a set of meditation CDs that I'm doing. I say CDs, they're now downloads. CDs are old,
We
apparently.
got a we have some.
Roger, my boy.
I'm
How
laughing
are
at
you,
my husband.
sir?
Oh, Roger, it's always a pleasure. You're as far as long as I'm breathing, you'll have a space on our show, on my show, and our shows together.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Angela Iqbal, what a beautiful name, Iqbal,
Oh,
beautiful name. Welcome, Angela.
Hi, Ange.
hello.
Helen says meditation for me is putting your feet up, lying down, and just drifting off. I absolutely love meditation and going on the journeys and remembering things on the journeys and places. Nature crystals, messages, seeing loved ones from spirits, all fantastic. I'm so uplifted.
Wow.
Um, I meditate when I'm standing. It's very therapeutic, says Dawn. Yeah, it's a good idea. I've been known to meditate in traffic jams.
You?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
just close my eyes and just see myself being awash with white energy and letting go all of the stresses of the day. And you know what? It helps me cope with the traffic jam,
Sure.
because my mom used to say to me, "You were born without a patient bone." So, but Roger, I can see Roger. He's maybe a reason why we get on so well, because I think he's very like me. And I'm not too sure Roger's got a lot of patience.
No, no. There's no
There
when
are
it comes.
things that bother me, yes, but and
Yes.
they make me blow up. But
Yes.
other than that, I'm
a little bit like technology might make him blow up a
Yeah,
little bit.
because I don't deal with technology.
So that's why you see me running to the other room, like, oh, please don't
Right.
blow up. And or
But you know how I meditate, Paul?
How's that? Your
I
guitar.
aside from that, what I do is this is good for a lot of people. I picture myself laying on top of a hill that's got high grass, and I'm laying in the grass watching the sky. It's a blue sky that's partly cloudy, and I watch the clouds go by.
Perfect. Perfect. Actually, one of the meditations I do is that, literally. It's the angelic meditation where I get you to stand and you feel the grass beneath your feet. So your mind is going, yes, I know what that feels like.
hmm
So you're feeling the grass. And then while I'm talking to you through the meditation, you're actually starting to rise. You rise up. And when I'm gently saying to you now, look, you're no longer standing in the grass. And you look down, and then I ascend you. And then you're with an angel, and
Wow.
I take you on that meditation. So that's available in this new download that's coming out.
Well, we're gonna have to get
Um,
that download.
You want another one, Paul?
yeah,
I picture myself, I close my eyes and I picture myself with a whole table full of Mexican food.
I thought you were going to say, I picture myself at a huge beer.
No, just tacos, tostadas, enchiladas, rice,
Next time we
beans,
go to that
mole.
favorite
I
restaurant of
mean, it
yours here.
just smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord of your beautiful meditation.
Yep.
Um, it's funny. I don't know whether I should share this with you guys or not, but Johanna has introduced me to this new. It's a natural substance, and I forgot the name of it. But it's actually working. It's training the body to reject and get rid of all the negative fats in the body. The negative, because there is good fats, and you should have,
hmm
but there's also negative fats.
Guess what
Uh,
my nickname is?
what's that?
Fatty. And that's
No,
the
it
truth.
isn't.
Yeah, it
Yes, it
is.
No,
is. Paul,
I'm
it
gonna stick
is.
with Roger Rabbit.
No, well, that's the other one. But Fatty is my nickname. It
From
really
high
is.
school, from high school in the
From
90s.
high school.
Yep.
Yep.
So anyway, this is working, but it has a side effect which my family really don't like.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll just give you one clue, and I'll let your mind do the rest. Hovering. But anyway, moving on. I'm not going to
Like you
explain
did
that.
last
You're,
week.
you're all
No.
going hovering. Okay, I'll let your mind do the rest. I have never meditated, says Emma. So this is interesting to learn. Well, Emma, listen, on my YouTube channel, which obviously you're connected to,
hmm
there are, I think, Faye, is it 4 or 5 meditations on there?
Actually,
Actually,
11.
no. If you follow Moments, if you go onto Moments,
Yeah,
there's a
moment.
series called Moments.
hmm
So if you go into the search bar and you type in Paul Francis Moments, Moments, because I'm a bit bunged today,
hmm
you will. It'll take you straight to the series of Moments, and there are about 16 episodes of Moments, and at the end of each episode of Moments is a meditation.
Yeah.
Each episode is only roughly 25 minutes long, thereabouts.
hmm
But there are multiples of meditations in there, Emma. And as we used to say, fill your boots. Go and try all those. Linda's gone wind from nether regions. I don't know who this wonderful person is here. So down there, but hi gang. This is what happens. They come up as Facebook user, and I'd love to be able to say who you are, but we get it as Facebook user. So, Roger and Faye, tell me what's happening in the Garza household at the minute.
What
Well,
is
first we want to say to Johanna, happy birthday to you.
I'm going to bring that up on the big screen in the living room in a wee while, so she will get this. So, on the 70-inch screen, she'll be getting you guys singing "Happy Birthday" to her.
You
Wow.
see, he's got a 70-inch. Why can't I have one? I have to deal with a
Why did you have to say
55.
that, Paul? Why'd you have to say
Well,
that?
I want 2 70 inches. I want one for each eye.
For each eye. Oh Lord, that's good. I like that though. I really do.
Well, listen. Who is it? who is it? Who brought what? Who makes my phone? I've forgotten the name of the company. Samsung. Samsung have brought out. You're gonna love this, Roger. If you think that's good, a 70-inch TV, nothing compared to what Samsung has brought out. Samsung has brought out the wall.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
I
It's the
like that.
entire size of your wall, the screen, and
Okay.
it's available to you now.
Thank you. Thank
A
you.
face going, oh yeah,
No, that sounds like the TV Tron that I was on when I played in Houston. They
yeah,
had this humongous two screens, and I was on both of them
Oh boy.
oh
playing
yeah.
my guitar.
Well, if
Yeah.
you watch some of my shows that I've done where I'm on stage, there's big screens each side of me on the stage, and the cameras are projected out into the audience. So when I'm doing reads, the cameras zoom in on the person that I'm talking to, so they can see themselves on the screens. But it helps for the rest of the audience to be able to see the interaction. So, but anyway, Roger, go back to technology. Have a look at the wall.
Yeah.
Hey, you
No.
wanna,
Helen
you
said good
really
night.
want to
All
start by?
Helen's going. Helen, why are you
Good
going?
night.
Good
She
say
just
good night. Yeah,
did. She just
we're going to be
did.
here
I
for at
just
least
got
another.
here.
We're here 15 more minutes. So, I have.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I
Are we putting
part of
her?
me thought of contacting Roger and Faye saying, "Would you handle tonight's show for me? It's Johanna's birthday, and I can't." Can I?
Oh,
But Johanna went, "No, no, you don't do your
yeah.
thing."
That's sweet. That's sweet. Well, I'm planning, and what's happening in the Garza household is I'm planning little trips to see family.
Yeah,
We cousins, nephews, nieces, and it's been fabulous reconnecting with people, and I I'm doing that. It's making me happy,
communicate,
and
appreciate, and validate.
yeah, I mean, this life we have is a very short one, and I intend to make life happy as much as I can. And in order to do that, I feel we need to have something to look forward to,
I
like
couldn't agree with you more.
with
Now, and you've just given me another idea for not another idea. It's another meditation that I do, but you
okay,
just brought it up. But just before we go into that, I'd like to say hi to Kathy. Has joined us. Kathy Hanley
hi,
Little
Kathy.
has joined us. Lovely to see you, Kathy. Thanks
Hi,
for being here
Kat.
tonight. Now, I'm going to. This is for everybody, including Roger. Everybody, including Roger.
Uh,
Because I know his patients, he wouldn't necessarily be a meditative person.
Yes,
But
Daddy.
but no, this is one you're going to love because this is the kind of person you are. I know you're just literally what I would call a big heart with legs. So you're
yes.
going to love this already. So I want everybody that's my guests, and no, you're not my guests, you're my co-hosts. That's the
Oh,
way it's going to be.
Okay.
sweet.
My co-hosts and everybody listening to us around the globe tonight. Hey, John, welcome to the show, darling. So I want you to do me, everybody. So please bear with me. Do what I ask you to do, right? I want you to close your eyes right now. Everybody, just close your eyes. Put your hands on your laps or on your table in front of you, anywhere that's comfortable. Okay, and just breathe in. Just all I want you to now listen. If you're listening to me in New Orleans and you're driving along the highway, do not do this while you're driving along the highway. Do not close your eyes. Okay. So for everybody else, close your eyes, rest your hands wherever they're comfortable, and just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, or in and out through your nose, whatever makes you comfortable. But just breathe and listen to the sound of my voice. Just let everything go. And as you breathe out, just fall deeper and deeper, more and more and more relaxed. And as you're breathing in, you're getting more happier, genteel, relaxed. And as you're breathing out, you're letting go of all of the stress, all the worries, the aches and pains. Let them all go. Now, as you're breathing in, I want your mind to drift to one of the most favorite moments of your life. Then what? It doesn't matter which one it is, just one of the most favorite moments of your life. I want you to remember that moment in every detail, every moment, every episode, every picture, every color, every sound, every fragrance, seeing it clearly, remembering it totally. Let it fill your mind, let it fill your heart, and let it boost your energy. Just remember it in absolute total clarity. Now, as you're breathing it in, remember that energy. Remember the energy that it's given to you right now. Remember it fully. Take a long, deep, cleansing breath in, remembering that energy, remembering that memory. Breathe out. Take a long, 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 deep breath in and hold. And as you breathe out, just open your eyes, come back in the room. How does that work for you guys?
It's fantastic.
Muy
Wonderful.
bueno.
That was a meditation for a minute and a half. What kind of energy have you got? Be honest. If it didn't work for you, just say, "Oh, it didn't work for me." That's all right. That's not a judgmental thing. I just wanted you to see how quickly and easy it is to meditate.
It's getting
I'm
easier
hungry
and
for
easier.
Mexican food.
Oh my God, there's just no curing this guy, is there? Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing loud. No.
You wait till we get him in Ireland and he gets proper Irish food. He just won't go back to Mexican. Actually, do you know what? No, Irish food
Yeah,
is probably going to be bland for him compared to
I
the
know.
Mexican because
Yeah,
Mexicans.
yeah, it's
So there's Kathy and Emma both said it really relaxed me. So Emma's gone, I don't really meditate. Nerve, there you were, darling. Inside a minute and a half, you were meditating.
Right.
check out his Moments series. Definitely, it's fabulous. And I'm able to, I just connected with what my favorite place was, and one of them was uh, re. I was in Scotland on the tour to go to McEwen Castle,
Yeah.
and we were going through pasture land, and we were going through rain, and then it turned out to be sunny, and then it was crazy, and I was surrounded by the Ewing clan. It was fabulous.
There you
And
go.
my daughter.
Hey,
It,
look
it
at
was,
the energy that's bouncing off of you.
I know. Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you, Paul.
That's not, hey,
Thank
you
you.
guys did the work. All I did was show you. Roger, come on. Did you get anything out of that?
You know where I took myself?
Where'd you go?
To the gig I did with Freddie Fender in Laredo, Texas.
Perfect. Perfect.
I was
Perfect.
just reliving it all.
Yeah, perfect. That now here's the big question. Alrighty, what energy do you feel right now because of those memories?
Happiness.
Want to go
Total.
play again?
There you
Yeah.
go. So
I'm gonna
you're
just,
motivated. You're actually probably tiredness that you might have had a little bit a half an hour ago probably
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
So this is something like there you go. I was a minute and a half in with that meditation, and you would easily sit for a minute and a half at a traffic light.
Hmm.
Do you
Yeah.
see my point?
Yep.
So you
Absolutely.
just close your eyes. When you think I'm getting agitated, I'm getting annoyed by this,
Hmm.
you just go, do you know what? I'm just going to try that. I'm just close my eyes and I'm going to just go there. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, wow. Do you know what? It's just a traffic jam.
Right. And
And off you go.
what can you do about it anyway? Nothing.
What can you do about it? And remember, when I've been teaching you guys in the past, for every moment that you get upset and stressed and totally out of your mind, you're giving those moments of your life away that you can't ever get back.
Right.
They're gone.
Right.
So what you're doing is it's like opening your wallet. Not that Roger ever does that, but if you open in your wallet and throwing all your money out, there's no.
I
What's
won't
the
do
point?
that.
Yeah, I'm only kidding. But I'm just giving the idea that you're throwing those moments of your life away. You can't ever get back. So do you know what?
Remember, folks, this never stops.
That's right. Time never stops. Time is going to carry on whether you're happy or sad. I find using headphones so your voice is right inside my head and amplifies the connection. I'm thinking, thank you, Trude. That's very
Hmm.
kind of you. Um, one of the nicest things somebody said to me was when they were, I don't know if you felt this, Faye, I never actually asked you, but when they were reading my books, they
Hmm.
hear my voice in the
Yes.
words.
That's one of the things I said about a little tiny review I did. Is that I definitely hear your voice. You are writing. I can hear Paul Francis in all the books. In fact, I was kind of reading through the little book of wisdom just
She's
before
got
the
it.
show. I have it with me all the time.
Do
And
you know the story about the cover of that book?
no, little book of
Okay, now
what is it?
take the cover of the book. Now face no, you face it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Now you look deep into that doorway.
Oh yeah.
You'll see a figure in white.
Yeah.
That's my guide.
Wow,
How
that's
beautiful.
cool.
That's my guide, Sean.
And this is your artwork.
No, no,
No?
there's a huge story about that, which I'll share with you another time. Unfortunately,
Okay.
we've only got 8 minutes left.
By the way, your
Would you
artwork is
believe
also
that?
fantastic. Yeah. This is just a
Um,
fantastic book.
I will share that next time we come on together.
Okay.
Ask me, tell me, say, tell me the story about the picture, okay,
Okay.
on the front of that book, and it'll blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. That story. It
Okay.
blew my mind. Even when I think about it today, I still keep going, oh my god, oh my god, you know. Do you know what, guys? We're going to have to do something more because the time that you guys come on seems to just go like that, and we're 23 minutes past 10, and the show finishes literally in 7 minutes.
Okay.
So what have you guys got coming up? You got on Saturday. You guys have got
Saturday
this
at
much for you?
10:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
our time.
10:30 in the
come on
morning,
our show?
4:30 here in the UK.
Right.
This is a unique weekend for everybody in the UK, probably around the world,
Oh yeah.
because obviously it's the coronation of the king.
Yes.
Um, I'm not. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm not into all that stuff. But it's I think there's a higher king that's worth more focus.
Yep.
That's me. So
I just caught that.
or Elvis. But anyway, no, hey, the world is the way it is, and that's it. And a lot of people get good things from the coronation, and that's fine. And in fact, you get great things out of it. Fantastic. Me, what am I going to be doing this weekend? I've got to test drive that new car on Saturday. I can't wait for that.
Okay.
Oh, can't wait for that. You
Well, we're
guys,
gonna have
you,
to
you
have
guys
you
have got
on that show.
Audi in America, right? You have Audi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm test driving a
Available.
new Audi
Oh.
Q4 electric. It's all electric. Roger, the inside of it looks like the control column of a spaceship. It looks like
technology.
it just looks to me like the space shuttle.
It looks like fun to you, I betcha.
Oh, I sat there and went.
Yeah.
I get in my truck and I go turn on the key and I look and I go, what the hell is that? They don't need that in here.
Do you know what?
He's driving his favorite thing, which is a beautiful pickup truck that we look.
And that's
all,
and so, the
that
old
is
cars. I love them.
beautiful. He loves it. He loves it.
Do you know what I learned to drive on? I learned to drive on a tractor.
Did you?
Yep, a tractor.
I
A
drove
Massey
tractor
Ferguson.
myself, darling. Oh, my dad used to. That's what we had, Massey Ferguson.
I learned to drive on a Massey Ferguson
Yes.
tractor. There you go.
Yes.
Letting the clutch out when you're a kid at 14 years old is like, oh my god. In fact, when I first got on the tractor, I had to stand on the clutch with both feet.
I believe you. I believe you.
If you need anyone to drive for a few months, just to check it out, I'm available. This is true.
Less Trudy.
Well, we went into the showroom. I've got a couple of minutes, so I'll share this with you. But it's those moments that I'm talking about a minute ago, those special moments.
Yeah.
Well, we went in to talk to the guy about the car, and inside the showroom was £108,000 Audi sports car. And my littlest daughter, who's literally going to be a petrol head, she's like drooling over this car, and she's only 15. Maya, you guys have met
Yeah.
Maya.
Mhm.
So of course, the sales guy said, "Oh, do you want a seat for Maya?" And I said, "No, actually, she wants to sit in this car here." I just said it like that, and he went, "No problem." And he said, "Hey, Maya, come with me." And
boy.
he was just
Sign here.
he just put her in the car, and she was just so I mean, she
Happy.
was beaming with she was embarrassed, but she just sat in there and like, oh my god. And you know what, I'm just getting that feeling again,
That's
how
cool.
amazing that was,
That's
because
cool.
she was so happy, and that made me so very, very happy too.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, it's only £108,000. See, now, everybody, and this is a great teaching moment. I've got 3 minutes left. This is a great teaching moment. A lot of people went, oh, £108,000. Negative. That's just a number.
That's
You
a
want it
house.
badly enough. If you want it badly enough, you'll get it.
That's okay. I think you should.
Don't get emotional about it. Just say,
No.
right, okay,
Yeah.
it's 108,000 pounds. Where am I going to get 108,000 pounds? Oh, I know. I'll sell a whole pile of books and a whole pile
There
of
you
this and a
go.
whole pile of that, and I'll get
Exactly.
108,000 pounds.
We got stuff
So,
going, Paul. There's stuff going.
ladies and gentlemen of the world, including my co-hosts, Faye Ewing-Garza and him, and and my dear brother Roger.
Oh Lord!
It's an absolute total and utter pleasure having you guys around and
It's a lot
in
of
my
fun.
life. Thank you so very much. I am so thankful for everybody that come and listen to and
Yeah.
watch the show. I'm so thankful for Lynn for all the work she does
Yep.
for me behind the scenes.
And us.
And Trudy's coming back on board now with getting the paranormal, the Paraghost underway. And I'm looking forward to 2023 being an absolutely phenomenal year where, if God's willing, which I think they are, I'll be
Mhm.
standing on stage beside my brother,
Oh,
and we're going to have a ball,
oh,
Oh
okay?
yeah.
And we're going to have some fun, and that's what our work is all entailing.
And I'll
Listen,
bring some Mexican food.
he's going to bring some Mexican. Listen, I really, being a chef and stuff, I never had a taste for too hot of food. I never had it.
Well, it's not really
I
that
gotta
hot.
go.
Honestly, it really isn't all that hot. It's just spice. It's just a lot of flavor. It's just full.
Well, listen, I'm
You
open to
gotta love
trying.
what you do. You know
I
that,
love
Paul.
it. Yeah, you know what I say, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta say good night to you guys. Listen, don't
Bye,
forget to
everybody.
follow Roger and Faye with their show on Saturday, 10:30 in the morning, and Central. Is it Central Time?
Central
Yes.
Time.
Yeah. And with us here in the UK, their show will be live at 4:30 in the afternoon. Have a phenomenal, safe, and fun-filled weekend. And until I see you again on Monday night for Reach Across, look out for each other. And I am blessed to have you in my life, and I thank you all. So I'm going to wish you all good night. God bless, and you two guys, thank you for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I'll see you all very, very soon. Be safe,
Be safe.
and if you're going to get into trouble, give me a call. Right, and